Air Force Base in New Hampshire. If you've seen Call to Glory, I don't have to tell you that it's television drama at its best. Men suited to fly, the roar of jets in the background, and families waiting are part of a real-life drama enacted every day here at Pease. Pease Air Force Base in New Hampshire is a vital link in this country's air defense system and a strategic air command headquarters. From here, tankers fly to refuel aircraft, which are tracking Soviet ships and submarines off the coast. It's also the home of the FB-111, a supersonic bomber equipped with nuclear warheads that stands ready in case of attack. The man inside the cockpit is Major Mike Burnside. He is a bomber pilot.
To be able to put patriotism into words is kind of a hard thing to do, I guess. I have always wanted my children to grow up in a free country, and that to me is patriotism. That's it.
I honestly don't sit around and worry all the time. But I would be less than truthful if I didn't say that on an evening when I know he's supposed to have landed at 11 o'clock and he's not home by 1 in the morning, that a little flicker of something doesn't cross my mind.
And you know that anything can happen up there. Don't you have a little fear each day that you know he's going to fly?
Well, I understand it, and I realize that the Air Force has to come first. Even though we both understand this, so it doesn't cause any problem to us now. Because I realize it might not be what he would like to be doing at any specific moment, but the Air Force has to come first.
Have you ever lost a partner or a friend?
We have had friends who have met with tragedies, pilots that I have flown with before. But it's one of the things that, once again, it's not something you worry about, and it's not something that you can dwell upon. It's a matter-of-fact type thing. Accidents do happen.
The Air Force sense of family itself is something I think that is a wonderful support group. And whenever there have been tragedies, whether they're minor tragedies or major ones where a life is lost, I think that's one wonderful thing about the Air Force community is the support that we draw from each other.
And anytime there is an accident, there's a big investigation to find out why, what happened. And we try to learn from each accident to prevent another one from happening. And it's not, you know, it's like a certain person did not die in vain, I guess, is what you're saying. Is that person, you can learn something from that to save another life.
He misses out on a lot of special times, a lot of events that occur once and you can't repeat them. A child taking his first steps or something of this sort that when they're gone, they just miss out on.
First day of school,
right?
First swimming lesson, first, a lot of family events that you're not around for. We were married for 4 years before we spent an anniversary together. So, during the 10 years that I have been in, I've never been faced with the choice of my career over my family or my country over my family. It's in the environment we have lived in the last 10 years, it just hasn't come to play. In that situation, if I were tasked with choosing to serve my country or to do my tasking over my family, I would do the job that I have been trained to do.
I do think it's enough that I can stand by his side. I think that nowadays this sort of lifestyle would not be right for every family, and that's something that people have to realize, that you do make choices, and this is something that we've chosen to do and to become and remain an Air Force family. In the setting where Call to Glory was filmed, or the time frame, it was a very stereotyped image of the wife, the Air Force wife. She was the only played a support role. She never worked and she never went to school, and she didn't do anything except stay at home and be at her husband's beck and call. And I think you would find nowadays that that has changed, and that more and more Air Force wives have to work. Monetarily, they need to work, and then a lot of them are career-oriented and they want to work. And then a great number of people my age choose to go back to school and do other things.
There's some guilt here.
Not too much, though.
Not a whole lot, but there's some.